Many of us dream of reducing a carbon footprint by leading a sustainable life, living in a house with a big backyard and a vegetable garden. And then the reality happens. Turned from the fantasy world back into the consciousness of inner city apartment. Being an architect, I can tell you 5 quick ways which can lead you to a sustainable life in this urban jungle. Hello everyone, I'm architect Tanya Singhi, back with another video, another day. Number 1. Go green. Create a small garden. Make use of your balconies. Make use of the potted vegetables. Grow your own herbs. The first and foremost way to start living a sustainable life is create a green area near you. Surround yourself with greenery. There are indoor plants, there are potted plants which you can use. Make your balcony your garden, and that will not only give a fresh air but also maintain a good environment in your house. The first way to live a sustainable life is go green. Number 2 is water management. Leading a sustainable life, water, air, water, electricity, these are 3 main things which are very essential and plays a very important role in living a sustainable life. Water is really important for your living. So why not save it? Reduce the amount of water which you use while doing stuff. Why don't you reuse the water when you can? There are possibilities where your apartment, your building does not have the rainwater harvesting system, but you can collect the rainwater and use it. You can use it in the toilet, you can use it to water the plants in the kitchen. When you wash your vegetables, fruits, edible stuff, you throw that water, collect that water, give that water to your plants. If you have a water purifier in your kitchen, there is a pipe, there is an outlet of wastewater coming out. Don't drink that water, of course, because that's the wastewater, but you can wash your utensils from that water. It's not that waste or that contaminated that you can't wash your utensils from it, or you cannot use that water to water your plants, or you cannot use that in your toilet. You can reuse the water in a number of ways. Save the water. Reusing water is also a form of saving the water. So save the water, reduce the amount what you are using, and of course reuse the amount of water which you think is waste but is not. Number 3, that is waste management. From past 2-3 years, we've been hearing from our government to segregate the waste, your household waste. Use a dustbin to dump your wet waste and a separate dustbin to the solid waste, the dry waste. The dry waste, the municipal corporation is going to come and take the dry waste. What about the wet waste? The wet waste coming out of your kitchen can be turned out to be a great fertilizer. You can use the rotten vegetables or the edible stuff which you are about to throw. Don't throw it. Dump it somewhere, and dump it in a pot or dump it in the ground. Your apartment might have a garden where you can dump your wet waste and turn out into a fertilizer. It's not just you. You can collect the members from your apartment, start doing this, make out fertilizer and use that fertilizer for your garden, for your balcony garden, for the garden your apartment has. So waste management is really important. It is going to save your environment from getting polluted, and less polluted environment is more sustainable life and more sustainable environment. So the third point leading to a sustainable life is waste management. Very important. Number 4, and a very major issue. Cut the plastic out of your life. Stop using plastic bags. The third point which we discussed was waste management. So for a time what we started doing was putting a plastic bag into our dustbin and putting all the waste in it, and that trash go out. So don't use that plastic bags. Instead, use a newspaper. That is also going to work. That is also going to protect your dustbin from getting dirty, But stop using that plastic bag. That plastic bag is the most toxicated thing which we use in our daily lives. The plastic bottles. Use glass bottles instead of plastic bottles. Use ceramic pot or ceramic containers in our kitchen instead of plastic containers. So these are the things which add more toxication into our lives and which has occupied a major part of our lives. We use plastic in a number of ways, in the form of bottles, containers and bags, and of course even if we have to throw the trash out of a house, we just collect it all in a plastic bag and throw out. And why not a paper bag? If paper can replace plastic any day, that will be the biggest achievement in the history which we are going to achieve. Number 5, which is very interesting and also very economic, that is energy efficiency. Many of you might have heard about solar panels. They are very useful. If today you go to any public place like public park or something, you might see the lamp post. They are actually operated with the solar panels, the electricity generated from solar panels. We can also use this at home, and if you cannot use it, save electricity. Switch off the lights, switch off the fans when not in use. The moment you're leaving your place, just switch off the buttons. They're not in use, right? Switch off the sockets when not in use. हम अपना फ़ोन चार्जिंग पे लगाते हैं, हम फ़ोन निकालते हैं और चले जाते हैं, हम स्विच ऑफ करना भूल जाते हैं. That also counts. Every switch which is on counts and adds on the unit to your electricity bill and the electricity which is used. This can be saved, but it is not, just because we are careless or we don't think about that too much. But that counts. If you want to live a sustainable life in this urban jungle, you have to come out from that jungle yourself. No one is going to just pull you out. You yourself have to be aware about the things, aware about managing the waste, aware about the light efficiency, aware about how to reuse the water, aware about how you can create more greenery around you. No one is going to come and tell you कि भैया ये कर लो, ये आपके लिए अच्छा है, ये आप खुद करोगे वो आपकी सेहत के लिए अच्छा है, कोई और आके नहीं बताएगा. So these were few ways which can lead you to a sustainable life in this urban jungle. Comment down below what are your thoughts and what are your ways to live a sustainable life. These were my thoughts over how to make your life sustainable, how to live a sustainable life in this urban jungle. Subscribe the channel if you haven't. Like the video if you like it. I'm gonna meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.